It's no surprise that your phone farm is struggling to generate any income, and there's a clear reason for it, because I've disappeared for the whole year. I'm just kidding guys, but to be brutally honest, phone farming doesn't look too good as we know it. Let's talk about it. So I've revisited all the old apps and here's what I've found. The reason we struggle to make any significant income from these apps is simply because they've changed their earning system entirely. So what does that mean? Well, for example guys, any play and earn apps such as Feature Points, Flame, Money Roar all have changed to earn by level. This means you actually have to progress in the promoted game, whereas before you could simply just have the app opened and you would earn points every single minute. Simply put guys, many of these apps just aren't passive anymore. Now in terms of play and earn apps, this was a huge hit to our earnings. These apps previously reduced our ROI time by 1 to 2 months on average. But not all is lost. You can still potentially revive your phone farm and make a decent return off of it, which we will get into a bit. But right now guys, you need to know which apps have disappeared and which ones are simply just not worth using anymore. Now if we pull up my most popular phone farm video, here's the breakdown for our previous earnings using 45 phones, simply just running all phone farming apps. Starting off, we had CryptoTab earning us $4.05 every day, Cash Magnet earning 40 cents per day, Coinsupply earning $1.50 a day, and AA Music earning 33 cents a day. Followed by S'mores Lock Screen, which used to pay us $4.50 a day, Cash Piggy, which paid us $2.25 a day, and finally Reklaim, which paid us $3 a day. Of the total earnings right off the bat, we can remove AA Music and Coinsupply. The reason for that, well, AA Music has just simply disappeared off the planet, and Coinsupply was really only good for its play and earn, which of course you guys now know is converted to earn by level. As for CryptoTab, I haven't been using it much simply because they like to ban accounts randomly, so obviously that would be pretty annoying to use. Plus their free version of the app only pays 1 cent per day per device, which after the electricity just doesn't make sense to run. That leaves us with only 4 apps that will work with a small amount of phones. Now both Reklaim and Cash Piggy still pay, however they are also aware of phone farming and actually have made it against their policy. Therefore, if you guys are going to utilize these apps, make sure it's on a small amount of devices only. Otherwise you'll risk getting banned or simply not being paid when you cash out. I'm sure you get the point. Our earnings have reduced drastically. But there might just be hope in saving your phone farm, as there are still profitable apps out there, well, as long as you're eligible. So who's eligible? Let's find out. So apps and websites such as S'mores Lock Screen and Honeygain are still relatively passive and they will still pay you. However, only those that live in the US are actually able to access the lock screen apps. And at least to my knowledge, no VPN or anything else will change that. Now if you are in the States, here are some lock screens I would try. Starting off, we have My Robinhood, as well as 101 Sweets, and S'mores. Each app should still pay 10 cents per day, earning a combined total of 30 cents per phone per day, or $405 per month using 45 phones. Now a little disclaimer here, I'm not sure if these lock screen apps are still operating the same exact way as before, simply because they've changed it to US only and well, there's no real way for me to verify it anymore. But if you are in the States, do let me know if it's still working in the comments down below. As for everybody else, you can still use Honeygain and sprinkle in some Reklaim and Cash Piggy. And of course the link will be in the description for all of the apps. Also, for anyone wondering how these apps work, here's a quick overview. So starting off, we have Honeygain, which collects data passively and pays you points every day for running the app. As for Reklaim, they pay once a week, so make sure you check in on Thursdays to collect your points, which you guys can use to redeem for any gift card of your choice. And finally, we have Cash Piggy, which rewards you points for checking in once a day. Once you've checked in, an ad will play, watch it through, and you'll be rewarded with 10 points. Now there's just one more thing holding you guys back in your phone farm journey, and that would be me. Kinda. Let me explain. So to be honest, I haven't been sharing everything I know about phone farming, and that's simply because I can't. And there's a few reasons for it. Firstly, there have been apps that went from profitable to unprofitable within a single month of me posting about it. And secondly, YouTube just doesn't seem to like me talking about certain apps. At this point, I've already received a few guideline strikes, and I would prefer to keep my channel, to be honest. Thing is, I'm sure it's not just me. In general, I would say the entire phone farming community can only publicly share so much without absolutely like destroying whatever earning methods they're using. Of course, this is not to say I won't be sharing any more phone farm content, but it does mean I will be posting less around the topic. Plus, there isn't much more content to cover that hasn't already been posted on the channel, at least not to my knowledge. So knowing this, is phone farming even worth getting into? Well, at this point, I would like to say that phone farming is more of a hobby than anything. And if you're going to try it out, make sure you start small and just go from there. But if you guys have phones laying around like I do, there is potentially a new method to earn that is passive and profitable, and something that I can tell you guys about. And guess what? It will all be revealed to you guys in this video right here as soon as it's out. See you there.